That's hot. Free to Succeed, Season 2, Raid, Shadow Legends. Everybody just take a breath edition. Everybody just slow it down for a minute edition. Ugh, all right. It's been quite a morning for me, quite a morning. And we've been having some OBS audio issues, which has also been a blast. Loving that on top of everything else. We jumped back in the Raid Discord because I just think it's better if I can see announcements and stuff. We're not back in the content creator program, to be clear, as though I would accept an invitation and as though they would invite me. That ship has sailed in both directions, but I am back in the Discord because I do want to be able to check out announcements and stuff like that and see kind of what's going on. So we have this Hydra and game balance. Hydra and game balance. So basically they took away Corpulent Cadaver, and then the community figured out another way to do some pretty good damage without having the handful of champs that all the whales have that allows them to do the crazy damage that they do. Because of course they did, because the community is really good at that. We got some really smart people playing this game, and you know, they're pretty good at coming up with stuff. And apparently Madman, I didn't even know about this, but apparently Madman was dealing, this is a quote from Plarium, an unreasonably high amount of damage to the boss. So, starting with the next major update, the second hit of his A1 Wild Slashing will only deal normal hits. Which is aggravating in itself, but this next paragraph, boy, is a real doozy. Let's move to other champions that do not give rest to poor Hydra, Girl Squad, Trunda, and Yumiko. For now, there are no plans to downgrade the performance of Trunda or Yumiko against Hydra, or change the way they interact with each other or with their copies. We are aware that teams with these champions might score many points for Hydra Clash, but clans with higher damage output levels are more likely to meet each other in this type of competition than others. So, basically, we're not changing Trunda and Yumiko because whales are enjoying them. However, we are changing Madman because everybody has access to Madman, and we can't have everybody doing unreasonably high amounts of damage. You're gonna have to have spent some money to do unreasonably high amounts of damage, okay? What the fuck's wrong with you? You out of your fucking mind? So, I mean, as if we needed any more validation for the reasons that we made the video that we made yesterday, Plarium really decided to just make sure we're comfortable with where we stand. It's felt like every day this week they've done something that's been worthy of players being annoyed, and that's, again, it doesn't get much more blatant than that. It doesn't get much more in your face than that. They're basically spelling it out for you. So we are gonna talk about everything going on with the video that I made yesterday. I am trying to make the rounds. I've got DMs to go through, of course. I'm trying to make the rounds and watch the videos that people are making, talking about it. I want to hear the discussion. I want to hear the other takes. I know some people agree. I know some people disagree. There have been some unintended side effects from the video. And again, we'll talk about all of that soon. But I want to make the rounds. I want to catch up. I want to take a minute to formulate everything because I think part of the reason that there were some unintended side effects is because I didn't cover all my bases with the first video. Not that I think it necessarily would have made a difference in some ways, but at least I could have been more clear about my stance on certain things as it pertains to the other content creators and stuff. So again, we'll do all that very soon, but I need a minute for that. So today we'll talk about the usual stuff. We'll talk about the account, you know, Plarium dropping news for us to go over. But again, as far as like feeling good about the decision we've made and what we're trying to do, they just keep making it easier for us to feel good about it. So anyway, we got a red dot here we got to get rid of. Now, I did try to make this video earlier, and inexplicably there was no audio, so we're doing it again. But what we did in the video earlier was we pushed a little bit further in Iron Twins. We can clear stage 7. It takes a while. It's not pretty, but we cleared it. I don't know how reliable of a clear it'll be, but we are trying to do that regularly. I figure we'll just pile up these coins for a while. I'm not really in a hurry to summon these necessarily, so I reckon we'll just pile them up for a while and later down the line do a big summon session and see if maybe we come out of it with something fun. But that'll be a little bit of a ways down the line. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try to remember to get all my keys in here, and we don't have a ton of time, and I don't even know if that's gonna be reliable, and it's only a 5 key difference. We're gonna just jump in here and knock it out like this. All right. But yeah, we what did we do in the last video? We got a legendary tome from Clan Boss, I think yesterday or the day before, and we put it into Wither. We only need one more in Wither to max her A3, and then we can stop booking her because we've already maxed her A2. It went in the A1, which is to be expected, I guess. But worst case scenario, we only have to put 3 more books into Wither, and she's done. So, you know, it's not ideal that it works out that way, but at least it's not like 7 more. You know what I mean? It's a couple more, and then we can move on to the next champ. Again, I don't know who we're going to book next. I guess we'll see what the account's looking like then. I don't hate the idea of booking Sun Wukong, but we'll see how it's going. Otherwise, we're just continuing to farm arena. You know, trying to get to that mission. I was talking about how I don't remember that mission. I just don't remember it being such a wall. I guess it used to be a little bit easier to get up into gold 4 and grind away a little bit, but we're in gold 3, and sometimes my lists have a few easy fights in them, but for the most part, gold 3 has been very competitive for us. So we're doing the best we can. We're about, I mean, we're a little over, excuse me, I think we're about a third of the way to getting it to level 7. We're working on accuracy, because that's the thing that we have the highest level right now. We're trying to get through that, and we'll progress as we can. So we're grinding arena. We did finish Doom Tower this rotation, which is pretty cool. We're 3 King Nightmare right now, which is pretty good. We're farming Iron Twins every day now, so we're preparing for a pretty big soul summoning session sometime in the future. 3v3 has remained pretty easy for us. I'm most days I think I'm getting my 10 fights in 3v3 arena. I think we're in bronze 2, just working on Drex frags. I'm trying to remember to get clan quest every week. That's a hard thing for me to remember for some reason, but I'm trying to do that so I can get my Ganica frags, and then if I have any extra, I buy some accessories from there. And yeah, otherwise we're just kind of, we can 1 key every rotation on Hydra right now on normal, which unfortunately doesn't do us any good in Hydra Clash, which that makes the update they're talking about even more aggravating, because I was talking, someone left me a comment the other day that said they do like usually do about 25 million for their team on Hydra rotation, and sometimes that's the difference. Like that 25 million is contributing to winning or losing Hydra Clash in some cases, but they're not getting any rewards for participating in the victory. I just don't understand it. Also, they know people are doing obnoxious amounts of damage in Hydra. That's why there are rewards for 650 million plus. But they keep excluding everybody that doesn't have legendaries from participating in that. It's so weird. Like, it's not weird. We get it. We know what they're doing. It's very blatant and transparent, but it's also just weird from a reasonable standpoint. People are finding ways to play your game that is potentially giving it depth and making it interesting for more of your players, and you keep taking it away. In just a very simplistic, blatant attempt, seemingly, to get them to feel like they have to spend money. Well, part of the argument was that Madman was designed before Hydra, so they didn't take into consideration the way he would work in there, blah, blah, blah. So was Trunda. Trunda was designed before Hydra, too. She's doing a lot of damage in there. Why is that not a problem? We know why, but, like, it's aggravating. It's just aggravating that, like, they don't even really have to try to make a lot of sense. Because it's up to them. You know what I mean? So, it's a bummer. Again, I hate it for anybody that had Corpulent Cadaver and had that problem sorted. I hate it for anybody that did the Madman thing and had it sorted that way. Like, I guess I guess I wouldn't bother. Apparently they're not gonna let you participate unless you just have the legendaries that you need to have. I guess it's really just not for the player base. I guess it's for the people that have spent enough money or are incredibly fortunate enough to have the specific legendaries that you need to participate in that game mode the way they have decided you need to participate in it. It's such a goofy take. It's such a goofy way to behave, man. Why do you care? Why do you care if Madman can do a bunch of damage in there? You only care because he's a rare champion. You only care about the blue border. You don't care about the damage he's doing. The damage is not the problem, or you'd fix it across the board. It's the fact that too many people have access to it. Which is, again, if we needed any... If we were unsure at all, you're making it easy to be sure. Man, I hope this video has audio this time. Usually it's because OBS changes the audio source or something randomly, but this one, because I left OBS open because after I get done editing my raid video, I then go and record and edit a Watcher of Realms video. So OBS was still open, so I dragged my file into Premiere. It processed the audio, but then there were no peaks on either of the audio tracks. And I was like, well, that's weird. So I immediately look over at OBS and start talking into my mic, and it's peaking. Like nothing changed. Nothing was muted. No settings were changed. I didn't click anything to change. It just, like, randomly, this file just didn't translate the audio into the recording or something. I don't know. Real bummer. Real annoying. But what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? Record it again is the answer. So anyway, I have, again, a lot to do, so I'm gonna continue to make the rounds, respond to DMs, try to watch all the videos. Again, I appreciate that people are invested. I appreciate that other creators are making videos, participating in the discussion. I think the discussion needs to be had. Again, even if you disagree, and I've made it through a few videos where some of the guys do disagree, and that's 100% fine, right? But I want the discussion to be had regardless. I'm going to continue to make the rounds and watch the videos. I've got more to say, but I want to spend a little bit more time making sure I cover all of my bases, because I don't want anything misunderstood. I don't want anybody to think there's any actual drama between us. I don't want anybody to think that I have any negative feelings about them, no matter how they play the game or how they feel about what I'm saying, because that's not what it's about at all. So give me a little bit, we'll be back soon with more to say about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. In the meantime, hope y'all have a good one. And I'll see you soon. All right, later.